This is a snippet from Microsoft where they basically say, we're not liable for anything. We don't really care. It's not our problem. What I really like is this red part here which says, hey, we'll give you our BAA if you're HIPAA. We'll give you our PCI compliance. But once you touch it and you're an administrator, it's all your fault because you logged in as an administrator. You built the application. What's interesting is Amazon has a version of this too. It should be really just a frowny face because they don't even go this far. This at least was part of about a 100-page document that Microsoft will give you. But it's not inherently bad. What they're admitting here is you're the administrator. Once you start administrating in the environment, you're really in charge. What can they do? They can't stop you from making your password 12345. And we've run into people where your password is 12345. So what we want to talk about here is what can we do about security? What can we do about this fact? Has anyone seen the new issue with Microsoft and the Supreme Court where Microsoft's refusing to answer a subpoena to forward some emails from 365 about a drug deal? Anybody hear about this going to the Supreme Court soon? A lot of times I'll see, especially in social media, how it's the evil corporation doesn't want to behave. In reality, they're fighting for this. They're fighting for this because what the subpoena says is, will you please go rip data out of Ireland even though the US government does not want to get a subpoena through Ireland? Well, imagine if Microsoft says yes. That means any country could do the same thing to us, right? Any country could go to any cloud provider and rip your data out. That dovetails to this, which says if you're the administrator, you need to make sure your stuff's secure because you have no idea what the government's going to do and what data they'll rip out of where. So let's talk about it. This is a nice piece of part of a guideline about Azure Platform as a Service for SQL. They actually have to get into the fact that you should not make PHI data into usernames. Do you know how many times they would have had to see this to actually write a document reminding people not to use PHI data as someone's username? So when we talked about the liability, and I kind of heard the questions here, that's what Microsoft's fighting about, right? People are column names, login names, usernames, the database name. I've actually seen databases named the credit card data. Like, why would you do this, right? I mean, what were you thinking? And answer is usually least cost bidder development. That's what happens, right? Especially, as Bill said, development's moving really fast. The faster you do development, you're paying people to make it look pretty. You're paying people to make it be fast. You're not paying them to make it safe or secure or anything like that. It's probably not even in the contract. A lot of developer contracts I've seen lately actually say, security is not our problem. Go to your hoster or go to somebody else.